This is Pastor Keith with Progressive Movement Towards Christ Church. And you can reach us at www.movementtowardschristchurch. That's www.movementtowardschristchurch. Or you can listen to us on any podcast venue that you listen to, such as iHeartRadio, Google+, SoundCloud.com, and any major podcast venue you listen to. Again, this is Pastor Keith with Progressive Movement Towards Christ Church. And today, the topic of my sermon is going to be the COVID-19 disease, one of the coronaviruses. And, just like MRSA and SARS, it's just another coronavirus. But this one attacks the respiratory system, gives you a fever, cough, and it attacks your respiratory system, so it makes it hard to breathe. Now, there's a lot of things, and a lot of people have asked me as a pastor that it's just one of God's plagues, and I really have no answer for that, because if this is a plague, then SARS and MRSA were a plague, but of course people died, but it wasn't like bringing down the locusts or the loci, whatever you want to call them. It wasn't like the plague of the cows. It wasn't like the plague of hell coming down. It wasn't a plague of darkness. It wasn't a plague of the first. It wasn't really. It's not like the plagues of the old time, the locusts. It just isn't like that. It's just a more brutal disease that we have contracted, and we're passing it on. It's like the flu, but it's worse. And the flu kills people every year, but this one kills people that are old and have diseases. Well, not diseases, but have physical conditions that attack their immune systems and make them weak, so that they have nothing to fight the coronavirus when it enters their body. And so I just want to say, don't hide behind God. Don't ask Him for. You can ask Him for protection, of course, but it's not one of those things that you need to do that. You need to follow the CDC. You need to wash your hands for over 20 seconds a lot during the day. You need to wipe down the counters and doorknobs and light switches. If you have the coronavirus, you need to put on a mask, N95 mask. Those are things that are going to help you. You can't just say, well, I'm a Christian, I'm a child of God, and God's going to block me from getting this. Well, God doesn't block you from getting the flu, or a cold, a common cold, or any other disease. He can help you get rid of it, but don't use God to block it, because it's, like I said, it's just like getting the flu. So you have to take precautions. Like I told you, you have to stay away from people that may have it, may contracted it. You have to stay home and stay out of the public eye. You have to not go to areas where it's crowded, like the beach, or certain communities, certain states have banned movie theaters because of the crowd. The NBA season has closed because some basketball players got it, some coaches got it, and they didn't want all those people in one location. We have a 6-foot rule. We should stay away from people, keep them 6 foot away from us. Now, we have certain problems with this because people are starting to hoarding things, and keeping the shelves void of food, void of meat, void of toilet tissue, void of hand sanitizer, void of alcohol. They're just coming in and buying hand sanitizers. And one group, well, two brothers went and bought 17,000 bottles of hand sanitizer, and they were trying to charge upwards of $80 a bottle, even though you can go to the dollar store out here and buy it for $1 or 99 cents. And these people just went crazy. And you know, we all go crazy. If we're in the stores, we're in a department store, and we see people with two packages of toilet paper, we automatically get scared and say, well, I better go get me one before it's all gone. And all of a sudden, hoarding takes place, and people just go crazy. And now the stores are limiting the amount of toilet tissue you get, and alcohol, and almost everything on the shelf, because people are just filling their baskets with nonsense. You know, I go into the grocery store and I look around, and there's nothing on the shelves, but there's people that have full baskets. It's like, what are you buying? You know, and they're buying anything they can. I believe people are out there buying stuff that they don't even eat because they don't want to run out of food. And out here, our senior citizens in America, our senior citizens are getting trampled trying to get toilet paper or food. The doors open. I was at a grocery store, the door opened, and the people were running to their toilet paper. They didn't even grab baskets. They didn't even have time to grab baskets. They were running to their toilet paper. And you know what happened? There was no toilet paper stock. There was nothing there. So they ran down there for nothing. And I needed a few groceries, and one day I went in and I needed like 5 things, just 5 things, you know, that my wife wanted, and I looked around, and I didn't have anything in my basket after I walked the grocery section of the store. It just wasn't there. And gluttony is one of the 7 deadly sins, and I'm sure if you look around and look at people's spare bedrooms, people's garages, they have, you know, 100 rolls of toilet paper plus, and they have alcohol and all the drugs are disappearing from the stores. Everything cold, especially the cold and flu, cold and cough, even the what do you call those things? Lozenges are gone, and it's like, stop, take a breath. The companies are still making the same amount of products in the U.S. If we hadn't hoarded the stuff, we would have the same amount of toilet tissue, paper goods, food, meat on the shelves. Relax. Be still. Just, if you need toilet paper, grab it. If you don't. It's not going to run out. There's a lot of things that we paper goods that are made in the U.S. of A. In our own country. This is probably going all over the world. This is happening. And there are whole countries that just stopped the movement, closed all their businesses, and say, you're not going nowhere. The police are roaming, looking for people that are just wandering in the streets. And if you're not going to the grocery store or going to the doctor, they say you don't need to be out. So you shouldn't be far from your home, but there's 4 or 5 grocery stores within a 20-mile radius or less. There's drugstores within a 10, 20-mile radius. So you shouldn't be. By looking at your driver's license and you're 50 miles away from home and you're not going to the doctor, you say you're going to the store, then the police aren't going to believe you. Stop this gluttony. Stop this hoarding. The coronavirus is going to be here. It's going to attack a lot of people. They say 2 to 3% of us are going to die. You know, our government right now is getting crazy. There's people and politicians out there saying that people over 60 or over 70, whatever, senior citizens should give their lives for the good of America. You know what that's saying? That's saying open all the businesses. Let everybody get the Corona-19 virus. And those healthy ones, those in that age range under seniors, will all survive the coronavirus. And all the senior citizens, when you come home, your mother, your father, your aunt, your uncle, whoever's living with you that's of age, of a senior age, will get COVID-19 and pass. And that will account for the 2 to 3%, plus those people with medical issues that lower their immune system and are not within the senior age will pass too. And the politicians are saying, that's okay. Let them die. Get it over with. They would be proud to give their lives for their country, for their economy, so America could be strong again. Stop it. We don't want nobody to die. Us as God's children do not want anyone to die. We have brilliant people in this world. We need to cooperate, and we need to find something to counteract this virus so we can become healthy and make the whole world put back to normal. I'm going to talk more about the coronavirus and in certain details, the gluttony, the problems that we're having, the hoarding, and I'm going to talk more about them in my next. I just wanted to give you an overview of the COVID-19 virus, and I'm going to talk about which animals can and cannot be affected, because people were giving away their dogs, and the coronavirus attacks those with hooves. And those that don't have hooves, it's never been said that they can pass on the coronavirus. They can get the coronavirus, but they show no signs. But they do not pass it on either. So I'm going to talk about that more in my following sermons. And I want you to be blessed, and I want you to stay out of the stores, stay away from COVID-19 patients. Just relax, chill for a minute. Just stay at home and pray. Pray to God and praise Him and glorify His name, and we will all be better for it. This is Pastor Keith with Progressive Movement Towards Christ.com. You can reach us at www.movementtowardschrist.com, www.movementtowardschrist.com, and any podcast venue that you listen to. Again, we just want you to be blessed, stay safe, and have a good day.